He says, we do not have a high priest who is unable to sympathize with our weakness. Instead, we have one who understands the golden calf. We have one who knows the idols of your heart. We have one, he says, who in every respect has been tempted as we are, yet without sin. He's the priest who sees and knows all of your weaknesses and trials, everything that you have went through in your life, everything that you have cried over, everything that you have suffered, all your fatigue, all your anxiety, all the worries, all the love. When you extend love out into your life, this is a cosmic law. When you extend love out into your life, you create problems for yourself. It is much easier to be insulated. It is much easier to be turned in on yourself. If you care for other people, you are that many more times prone to being hurt, to being wounded, to being stabbed, so to speak. It's one thing when you look at the prayer list in the church and say, oh, look at that. It's another thing to meditate on it for a few hours and think, these are people that are truly suffering and I care for them. That hurts. That's suffering. Now see, Jesus, God incarnate, the one who is himself love, entered into the world that you and I know so well. And he comes and says, I know that world too. I know what it's like to be betrayed. I know what it's like to suffer. I know what it's like to love and want more that you can't have. You want to see the world work well, and it always works wrong. You want to see things go in a blessed direction, and they always go in a cursed direction. And you get frustrated, and you get tormented, and you get tired, and you want to give up, and you don't want to see God's kingdom. You don't want to be faithful to the Lord and his work. And Jesus saw all of that down to his agonal breast on the cross, in which the final frustration, the final temptation of his whole life of fidelity before the Lord, for it says he was heard because of his reverence, for his piety, his full devotion to God. The final breaths of his life are, Father, why have you forsaken me? That he had been tempted at every point. The fullness and the course of his life was to fill up every crack of those temptations so that he can mediate, so that he can be the intermediary, the high priest for you in the midst of all of your sins, in the facts that, yes, you struggle. He struggled without failure. We struggle in our failure, but he knows the struggle and all the confidence for him to say, I love you.